Lying in Bed is an essay by G.K. Chesterton, in which he ponders the idea of lying in bed, an act which he considers to be somewhat of a lost art. He begins by acknowledging that we all take sleeping for granted, but suggests that the art of lying in bed is different from simply sleeping. Chesterton goes on to argue that lying in bed is actually a very productive time. He suggests that when we are lying in bed, we have the opportunity to think about things deeply and to let our minds wander. He also suggests that lying in bed allows us to appreciate the simple pleasures of life, such as a good book or a cup of tea. Chesterton then turns his attention to the modern world, which he suggests is too focused on productivity and efficiency. He argues that we have lost the ability to simply be still and to appreciate the world around us. He suggests that lying in bed is a way of rebelling against this modern obsession with productivity. Chesterton then explores the idea of insomnia, which he suggests is often the result of a busy mind. He argues that lying in bed is a way of training our minds to be still and to relax, which can ultimately help us to sleep better. Chesterton also suggests that lying in bed can be a source of inspiration for writers and artists. He argues that many great ideas have been conceived in bed, and that lying in bed allows our minds to make connections that might not be possible when we are awake. In the second half of the essay, Chesterton explores the idea of laziness. He argues that laziness is often misunderstood and that it can actually be a positive force in our lives. He suggests that laziness is really just a desire to take things slowly and to appreciate life. Chesterton also explores the idea of restlessness, which he suggests is the opposite of laziness. He argues that restlessness is a modern affliction, and that it is caused by our obsession with productivity and efficiency. He suggests that lying in bed is a way of rebelling against this restlessness, and that it can ultimately help us to live more fulfilling lives. Chesterton concludes by arguing that lying in bed is not only a lost art, but also a necessary one. He suggests that we all need to take more time to appreciate the simple pleasures of life, and that lying in bed is a good way of doing this. He suggests that we should embrace our laziness and our desire for stillness, and that we should use our time in bed to think deeply and to appreciate the world around us.